Good morning, everybody. How are you today? I'm Rachel Chamness at Soundwaves Heal, and this is my deck, the Elemental Magic and Manifestation Fae Oracle deck. Thank you so much for coming. Usually we start off with talking about 2 cards, but we've been doing that for so long. I think we're just going to start today with a little healing for everyone, because I could use one too, and and some readings. Man, I'm telling you what, it's been challenging this week, like seriously challenging. I'm gonna light my candle back here. And I have had some crazy stuff happen, and it's just like, wow, are you guys feeling it? Just things like crazy stuff happening in your life. Just feels really like, whoo, lots to navigate. But we're navigating it, right? So let me see if I can get, we got this. So hey everyone, I see you all. Marianne, Lisa, Jean, Judy, Kim, Wendy, Catherine, Teresa. All right, let's start with a little healing, and that's gonna help me a great deal. Okay, so let's do a little liquid Reiki shamanic sound healing for just a clearing to begin this session with. Ha soryo manarakoyuru ayamao ayaranasia How does that feel? I hope that feels good. All right. Oh, let's see. We gotta take that down. Okay. All right. So let's start. I will be live after this, channeling a Fae being and talking about Fae and how they help us in this world, and how they are, Fae are like, you got to think of them like spirit guides. They're in a higher dimension, and they're with us. They're helping us, like spirit guides, like angels. That's what they do, and they're very helpful. We have spirit teams. In our spirit team, we have lots of different Fae. Everyone has a dragon. Everyone has a unicorn, and most everyone that I have come across has at least one fairy, and others as well. So, if you want to meet a Fae being in your spirit team, I am doing a 1-day, just 1 hour or 1 hour and a half channeling class on September 15th. It's $55. Or if you're in my group 5D Daily, there's a coupon posted that makes it 40% off. And we'll just be meeting a Fae in meditation. I'll help you with your meditation. And then afterwards, I'll work with everyone to channel something in some way. Okay? So if anybody wants to join, that's like my easy access class. Of course, I teach big classes and a very serious mediumship, channeling, higher dimensional, shamanic realms, all that stuff. It's called Accelerated Channeling Mediumship. Catherine's in it. And it's a year-long program, includes internship and business coaching as well. So Catherine, I'll just do yours first. You got Share, Hummelt, the Abundance Dragon, and this, of course, is about your gifts as you are working on sharing them with the world and sharing them with other people. They're showing me specifically the work you're doing right now with bartering with your Reiki, doing your Reiki with other people so that you can really build on it and see where you're going with it. And that is wonderful. I'm seeing that is part of what Hummelt was talking about for sharing. They're also asking you to use this deck. I don't know if everyone knows this, but if you're an advanced channel like Catherine is, and you have this deck, which is available on my website or on Amazon in the USA, then each one of these beings will come forth to be channeled. And of course, this guy is always number one. He's always the one picked. Channel me. He loves to be channeled. So I believe they're also asking you to work a little bit with channeling some Fae beings as well. And then use your angel deck and work on channeling some of the angels in that. So just sharing more of their messages. I feel that it's a multi-part sharing sharing message about this card. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Good morning. All right, Teresa Lynn, you are safe. Kel, the silver dragon. So I said silver dragon. I wonder if that was a sign. It's actually silver fairy. But maybe you have a silver dragon around you. I bet you do. Oh, I do see a silver dragon around you, and it's beautiful. It's a galactic dragon. His name is like Sand. It's a very long name. It starts with the word sand. So maybe you can call him Sand or Sandy. Anyway, but he's not sandy. He's silver, and he's a big, beautiful dragon. I can see his scales, like I almost feel them like snake scales, like really big. And he's your main dragon, like this guy's mine. And yeah, he's really beautiful. He's long, like serpentine, and he wants you to call on him, so you can call him Sand. And he's telling you that you're safe. You're safe to explore anything that you want to do. If you want to learn to be a channeler, healer, or you want to learn to do something in the spiritual realm, if you want to try something totally new, maybe you want to try like a new class to learn how to do something that's a little scary. Like I've been taking art classes and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Whatever it is, you're safe to do so, and you're safe in general. Your spirit guides are keeping you very safe. No matter what happens, you're always safe. So that's what they want you to know. Hi, Wendy. You got now, Bert the Vassal Giant, saying that now's the time to act. Don't put it off any longer. Whatever it is that you've been thinking about doing, it really is time to start now. And don't be overwhelmed. Perhaps it's a huge thing you want to do. Just do the very first thing. Well, the first thing I need to do is make a list, or the first thing I need to do is buy the website, or the first thing I need to do is hire a lawyer. I don't know, whatever it is you're going to do, it's time to start now. Those were just a couple of random examples, so I don't know if anything to do with what you're actually doing. Kim, this is time to move. Kim Davis, Lady Nadia, the River Naiad. This was the first card we made. It's a little bit different than the rest, but she's very ethereal, right? Ethereal, but I want to say ethereal. So it's time to move, and this feels more like a location. It's time to move like your office or your room. It might not be like moving to a new house or to a new office, although it might be. Actually, it might be. But it could also be like moving your bedroom to a different room or something like that. Like I also feel like that. Like it's kind of moving, shaking around. And I see like also don't forget feng shui and like cleaning stuff. As this is for you. Yeah, you found me again. You'll have to rewind it a little bit. If you go on YouTube, you can rewind it. It's Sound Waves Heal. Anyway, so yeah, moving either places or rooms. I feel it might be more office than home, or it could be home, but it's time to move and time to like clear up all the dust bunnies and get a lot of flow moving, a lot of feng shui, and that's going to help you a great deal. Okay. All right, Mariana, hello. You got abundance windfall. So big amount of abundance coming to you. It actually looks like an abundance of help, like people saying, hey, I'll help. It's like there's a whole lot of people who will help you in this task that feels hard. I hope this is a message for me too, because there's some really hard tasks piled on me in the last 24 hours, or last week. But they're saying the most important thing is you have to ask. If you want people to help, if you want help, if it feels overwhelming, then just ask. And when you ask the right people, you're going to find so many people saying, I'll help you. I'm happy to help. Thank you for asking. The people who want to help, they want to express their love for you in that way. And it's good for them. It's not a burden. So make sure you ask. Hi, Lisa Marley. You got self-employment. If you're not already self-employed, this is asking you to add to your self-employment, maybe another stream of income. If you are completely not self-employed, like you're retired or you have another job, then they're asking you to start something from the heart. I'm seeing him do this. From the heart, something that means a lot to you. It doesn't have to be like a great deal of money. It doesn't have to be that you're doing it for the money, although where your dreams go, money usually follows, because that's, how it works with law of attraction. But, there's something from the heart that if you were to do, it would be really helpful. Okay. Yeah, I was a little late coming on because all the stuff happened right before. So I'm happy to have you guys here today. Cheer me up. And to look on the good side. And then I can pull all these cards about manifestation and remind myself that I can manifest the best outcome no matter what's happening in my with all these products that are I'm just having a lot of problems with I'll speak in the present. I was having a lot of problems with some things that I use for my work website, like apps and things like that. But it's all solved now, right? The angels, Fae, they'll solve it for me. And when I'm done with these lives, I'll get an email and it'll be like, no problem. We'll make the exception for you since we promised you. You can have as many videos on our website as you want, because I have over 1,000 videos and now they're suddenly saying there's a limit. I'm like, not supposed to be a limit. Okay, anyway, going on. Jean, you got Reevaluate. Gimsis the Garden Gnome. The Reevaluate is usually about something that you've promised and it's time to reevaluate, like you promised someone else. But this time I get it's for yourself. It's like something you promised yourself. And it could be really old, like it could be releasing an old story. I'm going to give a little healing boost for you to think of what it is, and so that you can release it. Do that. It's something you promised yourself that no longer applies and it's holding you back and has become a block. It's an old story and it's time to release it. That's what I get. I hope that makes sense for you. Thank you, Brooke. Hi. Oh, so glad. I'll get to you. I'll read everybody. I got an early start with the reading it. Since you guys know the cards pretty well, I'm not going to show them too much. But you guys can always see them. They're on my website. And I'd love for you guys to get yourself a copy of these cards. They will help you channel. And then if you're a beginner, they'll even teach you how to use cards. Trust your intuition. Good morning, Judy. Trust your intuition. So, look how bright it looks today, this card. It's almost like the northern lights are really shining. You can see the little Fae beings, the little orbs, more than normal when I show this card. It just really, to me, looks very bright. And they're really showing you, not only trust your intuition, but see. They're saying, see around you. Notice what we're showing you. The Fae are showing you a lot of orbs. They're giving you a lot of confirmation. And since you work with the Fae, they're showing you more, which is great. Actually, a cool thing is that's something we're working on or about to in the newest program in my Tag Lightworkers membership, is that the elementals have this type of clairvoyance to help us see them better and to see the world better. We're just learning about it, and they're attuning us to that in my membership. And I kind of feel like they're kind of showing you that too. Look, we're helping you with your clairvoyance. And it's opening in a different way. And one way is to see them better. So, yeah, I hope that's cool. I hope that makes sense. Yes, I will get to everybody. Hi, Brooke. But I did not get enough water. I may have to dash out for more water in the next room for a minute. Brooke, you got past life connection. This is Finley, Crystal Diva. She lives inside of crystals. There's sometimes these divas that live in there. And when they show up, they say, you have a past life connection, an emotion from a past life that is coming into this life and causing a trigger, and it needs to be released. And for you, it's anger. And again, I see Pompeii, I see Mount Vesuvius, I see this past life in many people lately, almost maybe everybody. I think I did channel that it was everybody. And for you, it's showing up. It's like this anger it's almost like it has and I hear the words anger of the gods. So I feel that in this past life in Pompeii or Vesuvius, whatever, you had this last moment where you thought, we've angered the gods, and you felt this so deeply, as a person who tried to do such good in their life, like a very simple life, and to feel like, what did we do wrong? And have that be your last thought. It's actually choking me up. It's come over into this life as, I guess it's not quite anger. It's like a feeling of being afraid to do the wrong thing or afraid to disappoint God. Maybe you have some religious trauma in this life too. So let's give you a healing for that. It's very strong, Brooke. So do do this you go yamanatayo yamae. So okay, did you feel that? I did channel that from Finley, the Crystal Diva. That was really strong. Yeah. Hey, Laura. Nice to see you. Okay, who's next? Let's see. Oh, I lost my spot. Oh, Max is next. Hi, Max. You got worthiness? These be the Selkies. Selkies are so into helping you with self-worth. And if you look at the story of them, and you know, Selkies and leprechauns are two types of fae that came from stories. Once we, you know, began to tell their story and imagine them, then they became real in the fae lands, because that is like what happens. That is what happens. And so they became for us. So anyway, the Selkie is all about like your self-worth. So when this comes up, it's like shining a light. Where is my self-worth lacking? Where do I need to do more shadow work? Where do I need to heal more? Because, you know, that is where we're at. We have to clear the shadow work. We're all working on our own personal ascension. And so it's, you know, really important that you do your shadow work. So I do have a free resource for that, the shadow work, soundwavesheal.com shadow work. If you have my spirit guides freebie, which is a whole bunch of free things from TAG, including learning spiritual boundaries and how to work with your spirit guides. And there's a link in there too. But otherwise, if you go on my main site, soundwavesheal.com, go into the blog, look up shadow work, it will come up. Okay. All right. And I think that'll help. So just look and see, like, where is it that I am still feeling that the self-worth is tripping me up? Okay, Christine Clayton, you're next. You got trust and patience. I've been channeling this new servitor that I met from Lemuria, and she's so cute. Oh my God. Her name is Sally. Like, so adorable. And it's only the second servitor I've ever met after this one. They're kind of rare fae. So this is one of my favorite cards. Anyway, you got this card, Trust and Patience. And you can see they're really showing me. You see how she's sitting there and the little fairy's coming to her and she's being very still. That's kind of what they're showing me in this card, highlighting for you for your reading today. And they're really saying, you know, trust. You don't need to, you know, sometimes we feel like we have to keep reminding our guides or our angels or our fae, whoever we're, you know, our spirit guides, like, hey, I asked you for that thing. Like, let me do this again. I'm telling you now, I need your help for this thing. And then like, there is like a time period where we are just working on doing that. Like you asking over and over is kind of putting you in a longing situation. You know, anything that you're longing for continues longing, because that's what law of attraction is. So it just continues the longing. So, and it's a trap we all fall in. Look, I'm not, you know, I do it too. But they're saying have trust that they have heard your call and they are coming to have patience. And in the meantime, look and see what they're bringing up for you to clear or to realize or to heal for yourself, to help you along that path. Hi, Kim. Did I read you yet? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. And Jean, Mags. Oh, thank you. Wendy. I don't think I read. Yeah, I did. Okay. Then thank you. You're welcome. Sophie. You're next. So you got synchronistic events, more dolphins. So when you see animals in the Fae deck, it's because they are animals to us, but that's because they're able to come into the third dimension. There are many elementals who do, and we know them as animals, but they're also Fae in the higher dimensions. They're just able to incorporate here. So this is a dolphin pod, a collective called Starlight. And the synchronistic event, Sophie, means that there are a lot of things being lined up for you. So you may be experiencing a lot of density like everyone else, so much, but you're navigating it, right? And it's for a purpose. Like even, what I was talking about earlier, stuff happening, it's all for a purpose. I can see that it's like these things that are happening are related. There's something synchronistic about it. There's something they're trying to show me. What is it? It's the same for you. What are they trying to show you by having all these things happen? Some are good, some are bad, sometimes they're like, whatever they are, they're pushing you into this place for you to understand something, to see something, to get something. So when things happen, we have to say, not like, why is this happening to me? Oh my God, why did things happen? But more like, what is it trying to show me? What am I supposed to learn from this? Because if I can just figure it out and learn it, I can get right past it, right? Hey, Shauna, beautiful. You got Flo, the lava mermaid, Earthly. I will be channeling a lava mermaid after this in my 5D Daily Facebook group, and these, also Soundwaves Heal Facebook and YouTube. And her name is Gamma. She's from the Organa. She's from the this new program and tag. But Earthly is showing you flow. So what does that mean? Well, the Fae are really big on flow. Like what is flowing? What's working? What's like feels like easy? It works. It's not like you feel like you're up against a wall or it's so difficult. Like what is easy? And how can you do more of that? So if you're finding it like, oh, it's so hard, this social media, like what happened yesterday, like what Facebook did to your post, like it's so ridiculous, right? But maybe you're finding it easy to do this kind of work or use YouTube or to write this blog post or to do this thing that you're working on. It's like, where is it flowing? That's where to put your attention. Wherever you find a brick wall, then you have to like do whatever you can to try to mitigate that, like not too long, and then just let it go. Ask the guides, helpers, angels, whatever to, hey, fix that for me for when I come back and let's see if it flows later. But for now, I'm going to work with what's flowing. What's flowing for me right now? This live. Thank you guys for coming. Hey, Sherry. So good to see you. Ooh, look what you got. Alchemy and Magic. I was thinking of you yesterday, Sherry. I hope that you're back. And send me a message sometime. We'll talk about that session you have waiting for you. For channeling. I know you want to do it. Okay, so Alchemy and Magic. You got the same card as the front of the deck, which is always like a really serendipitous sign. So alchemy and magic surrounds you. You have all the tools that you need to do what you want to do. So I feel that you're sort of you're trying something new, and I think you might have mentioned it to me, but I can't think of what it is right now while I'm channeling. But there's something you're trying new, and they're saying you have all the tools you need to do that already. You just have to put it together. Sweta, hi, you got Listen, Mudu, the tall elf. So Mudu is always like the clairvoyant, clairaudient card. He's like, hey, listen, your guides are talking to you, and can you hear them? We have messages for you. I see you channel writing. Do you channel write, Sweta? They're saying that channel writing is a really good way to get their thoughts down and then read it again and look into it. Remember to really read or listen to the channel. When you guys get a channel, when you hear something, we tend to take it and say, oh, it means exactly this, what I'm hoping for, but it might mean this, which is related to this, but not quite what we were stubbornly thinking it has to, like, to get to this goal, this is what has to happen. But they were saying, no, it's going to happen like this, but we heard this. So make sure you write them down, and so you can go back to them. When you get to that point where you're like, but Spirit said such and such, then you can go back and see what Spirit said. And then you'll be like, oh, right. No, they didn't say that. That's what they were saying. It's very interesting to do. And like, especially like if you get a session with someone and you listen to it later and you're like, oh, I really thought it meant this thing that I wanted. So they're kind of saying that. Be careful, listen, get the message, but write it down so you can go back to it so you can really see the nuances of it and really get the full message when you're more open to it, and you can keep going back to it. Hey, Trish. Did I get you already? I don't think so. Okay. You got caution. Woo. The Scott, the Balboan, who is very much like a Sasquatch, is saying just be careful. Be careful because not everything is what it seems. I don't get that it's like subterfuge, like someone's lying to you. No. It's not like that. It's like something looks one way. It's kind of the same of what I was just saying. It's like something looks one way because you're looking for this thing, right? I need this thing that does this. And you find this, you're like, okay, good, this is it. But they're like, no, look a little deeper. This may not do what you think it does. So it's kind of just look a little deeper in things that you're, I guess, going to use by, it looks like tools to me. Like it could be an online tool or some sort of tool. Like look a little deeper and make sure that's exactly what you think it is. Because it may not be right and you might have to keep looking. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Okay, Sharon, you got compassion. Compassion for yourself? Most likely, yes. Actually, they're saying have compassion for someone you're mad at. So someone who's super annoying you right now. The way to really release it is to come back to love and to just forgive them for being jerks. I had to do a lot of that last night and this morning. It's like, some people just, there's nothing you can do. They either just want to fight or they want to do whatever it is. And if you don't want to play that game, it can be really irritating. Even if you set a boundary and you're like, okay, I'm not doing this, it can still kind of stay with you and be annoying. And so the way through is to just have compassion. You know what? They're at that level and that's just where they're at. I'm sending them love and I'm just moving on. And just have a little compassion and that'll help you release. This is for you to like release that kind of like annoyance, Hi, Lori Sue. Nice to see you again. You got healer. You're a healer. Bon, the tree spirit says you're a healer. If you don't know this, then the other side to it is it's time to tell the world, which, is this bird in the tree. It's time to tell the world about your healing. And I feel that you are a Fae healer. Thank you, darling. Hi, Brandy. You got courage, Mattel the Griffin. Having courage to take that leap. There's something that you want to do and it's so scary to you. And they're saying you have support and you need to take the leap. It is a really important step in your progression of your life. That's what they're saying. So it looks like maybe you're thinking about, I don't think it's just like a regular course, but like almost like a big thing or like lots of learning or like or doing something that's a little bit against the norm maybe in your community. Maybe that's what it is, but it's something. Take that leap of courage. You will be so glad you did. And Mimi, you're next. Hi, everybody. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm looking at your, oh, you guys are sweet. Okay, I'm coming back up to the top here. Okay, Mimi, Pooley, you got release and go. Polar bear, another elemental in our realm that's actually an elemental. Animal elemental. All right, his name's Yeshua. Release and go. Time to just let it go. It's not serving you anymore. It looks like a grudge. Like it's just time to let it go and go back. What I was saying about compassion before, like 3 cards back. It just, it's bothering you. And so it's hurting only you. So it's time to just let it go. Find some way, maybe using shadow work techniques like on my blog post or, maybe even talking it through with someone like a counselor or a spiritual healer. But it's time to just really, really let it go. You're welcome, Catherine. Hi, Yvette. Hi, Yvette. I sent you a message right before I started. You got make a decision. Melus the Whale King. Really need to it's a business decision. Time to make this business decision. You're kind of like, should I do it? Should I not? They're saying if you decide to do it and it doesn't work out, you can just stop and no big deal. But you just need to make some decision because it kind of looks like, are you going to add on or hire someone or certain someone or something? That's kind of what it looks like. Or are you just going to go in this direction? It's 2 directions. Just pick one and and you'll be okay. But if you want to try it out and just see if it works, then you can, you can just have that, we'll try it out. We're going to try this out sort of feeling. And, but they're saying you just need to make a decision because it's taking up too much brain space. I hope that makes sense. Now I'm going to skip to the more recent ones because I'm getting lost. So, okay, so I'll go to Judy. Observe your thoughts. Tristan the Daisy Fairy says, observe your thoughts. See where there's density in your world and how it might be coming from a feeling from you. So observe your thoughts. So there could be something in there that needs to be released. Feels like a lot of releasing in this live today, right? So a lot of times observe your thoughts is like, watch where you're having really bad thoughts, work through them and get rid of them, work through them so you can like release them and come back into love. But for you, I feel like it's like observe your thoughts because there's something in there alerting you that there's, it's kind of the same thing, but alerting you where there's some shadow work that needs to be released so that you can feel good. Hey, Elise, leadership. If you guys haven't posted in a while and I haven't read you, go ahead and post. I'm kind of coming up to the more recent ones now. Tote, the centaur comes forward for you, Elise, saying that it's time for you to be a leader, to really show that leadership. And to me, it looks like you're already a leader. It's time to show other people how to lead as well. Yeah, that feels right. So I don't know if that's a surprise to you or not, but they're like, you're already leading people. Now you need to show others how to do it. Mina, you got stop and rest. Shatalda, the ice mermaid, saying, hey, time to take a break and just go sit in the sun. I see you sipping like, I don't know, iced tea or something. I don't know if you're on this side or that side. It might be nighttime there, but no, it's probably only 4 o'clock if you're in the UK. But, go outside and I'm looking at my little spot. And just sit for a moment, sit in silence, take a moment to like absorb the sun, walk barefoot in the grass, just take some, a moment to yourself, maybe like 20, 30 minutes if you can. It's going to really help you just with all the chaos. Hi, Tony. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's been a lot lately, huh? I was just talking about that. You got music for manifesting. So this is actually perfect. Put on some music that usually cheers you up or comforts you. If you can't think of anything or you just like upbeat music would just like kill you right now, then I would suggest like a Reiki channel or something like on Pandora. It's really nice. Just something that's soothing and calming, but use it for manifesting. So use it to manifest peace for yourself. Just play it if you have light language. Use some light language for yourself to manifest peace, to manifest release of heavy emotions and heavy things that happened today and things like that. So that's what they're saying. I hope that's helpful. Oh, yay. Well, hey, Joanne. You got adventure. You got Khaki the Amethyst Fairy telling you that adventure's waiting for you. Yeah, as you're looking for like possibly a new job or looking at things in a new way. They're saying it's going to be adventure. I see you laughing and having a lot of fun and saying, I'm so glad I did it. So just, taking some risks is going to really pay off for you in a big way. Tina, you got witness a miracle, Bethar, the guardian gnome. Miracles happening for you. So just look for them. Look for the miracle and it will happen. I'm going to look for the miracle today. I'm going to look for that miraculous email I'm going to get when I'm done that says, don't worry, we have your back. You've been a loyal customer and we're going to fix this problem for you. Feel the feeling. What does it feel like, you guys, to have that miracle happen? Yes, you're going to be like, woohoo! We might do a little dance. And so that's another thing that they're like, if you want to manifest things, don't wait for the big announcement to do it. Go ahead and feel the feeling and do the dance. If you get like a little sign, like a little thing, like, well, maybe we'll, then, or here's a little thing and maybe this big thing will happen. Like, let's say you're selling something, you sell like $1, but you're really trying to sell like the, $100 thing. Then you just have to be like, oh, it's a sign. So now I have to do the thank you, grateful dance. And then that's going to help the $100 thing come through, right? For the big news. Yes, Nicola Ann, you got called for clearing. Cecilia the Diamond Light Dragon, it means you need a spiritual clearing, something caught in your field that's not beneficial to you. So, you know, if that doesn't make any sense to you, if you're not used to spiritual healers, I do have a blog post at soundwavesheal.com/blog. I don't know if I have that page here. And it is, well, it's not, it's on soundwavesheal.com. And if you go on the blog and click the little cloud words entity or look up attachment, it'll talk about different ways that things can get caught in your energy field and what to do about it. Hi, Bernadette. You got Manifest, Large Genie of the Old West saying time to really work on what it is that you want. So you're manifesting whether you are doing it consciously or not. So really look and see, what is it that I want? And it doesn't have to be like, I want this specific thing for this specific result. I need this house and this car and this, I need this job and blah, blah, blah. But no, I need the feeling of that I love living here. I need the feeling of like, God, I love this house. I love living here instead of I need a house. You know, I want the feeling of I love my job. I want the feeling of I'm so in love. You know, that's what I want. You have to manifest what it is that you truly want, not a specific thing that will bring you to that feeling. You have to just manifest the feeling. Otherwise, you're in the way of what Spirit's trying to give you, which is way better than whatever you think it is. Okay, I can get to a few more, but I need water. So, 1 second. I'll be right back. I usually drink about 16 ounces. And I only had 8. And I'm telling you, you need a lot of water when you channel like this. Bernadette, you got love. Maybe the fairy elf. There's love surrounding you, but for you to really feel loved, you have to look at where you're holding a wall up to protect yourself. And that wall is what's keeping you from feeling loved. That there is love there, but until you take a chance to let people love you more and let them into your heart more, then everything's gonna feel a little distant. And your heart is longing for love. And so time to work on that wall and also to just start loving freely without any, just love people no matter what. Even if they disappoint you, even if they aren't good, that doesn't mean you have to let them cross your boundaries. It's love with boundaries, It's like, I love you even though you're a total jerk and I can't stand to text with you. For instance, for speaking for a friend situation. It's like, well, some people it's their thing, so you can still love them even if they are disappointing, but to just freely love, and that will help bring down the walls. I hope that makes sense. Okay. You're welcome, Mina. Let's see. Okay, Tony. Hi, Tina. You got self-forgiveness. So this is like a key to what you're trying to manifest. And why it's not manifesting is because there's a self-forgiveness that you need to do. So I would suggest things like Ho'oponopono or other techniques that I do talk about in my free blog post. Just ways to forgive yourself. Ho'oponopono is a great way where you just say to yourself, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And another great way is to just say, you know what, I did the best I could with what I knew at the time. Which is so true, There's more people on here than I think I can get to today, so I'm just sort of skipping around wherever Spirit's sending me. So, Empress and Sun Tarot, hi, yes, of course you can. You got Finish, Marymount the Elf. he's working on Merlin's staff here, and he says, it's time to finish a project you started a long time ago. It does need a lot of reworking, and that's okay. You can even start over if you want with just the idea of what, it's like in the beginning there was this idea, and then it turned into something else, and then it was unfinished because it didn't feel right. And now it's like it's coming back. You're thinking of it. It's time to do it again, but you're going to do it in a whole different way because this is now and that was then. And you're a different person. The world is different. It's probably like a book or something that you're writing, but it could be something else. To me, it looks like a book, but they could be showing me my like an example in my own life. But it's actually, maybe yours isn't a book. But anyway, it's something you started. It has to maybe do with community, but it's time to finish it. It's really going to be wonderful. Okay. Oops, I got a card out of the way. Let me just shuffle again. Okay. Hi, Angela. Oh, you got it. It was a card for you. It's yes. Philomaya the Fairy says yes. Say yes. Just say yes and see what happens. Say yes. It's going to be good for you to take this leap. It's scary, but just say yes and see what happens. Okay? Okay. Oh, is there some spam here that I need to release? I haven't seen it. Okay. If I see it, I'll block it. All right. Ooh, I don't even know where I am anymore. So many people on. You're welcome. Okay, Jenny, you got gratitude, bury the gulf. Giving gratitude is the best way to manifest. So if you just say, okay, this is how I want to feel. And then if you did feel that way, like you manifested it and you feel that way, oh, this feels so great. Thank you. Add the gratitude. Thank you. Now spend a second saying, thank you for this. Oh my gosh, thank you for this thing. And of course, it's not something you've manifested yet, but by doing that, it can really bring you to it. Terry, you got grounding, Sword Doll the Wood Nymph, asking you to really, really ground into these new earth frequencies. Do you know how to ground to new earth? Imagine roots of light coming out from the bottom of your feet, going deep, deep into the earth and into the 5D grid with Mother Gaia and new earth. And if you're already connected to that, then perhaps if you're an advanced healer, you need to go deeper, 6D grids, 7D grids, 8D, possibly. That's what we do in my tag light workers. All right. All right, Lizzie. Problem resolved. This is the card I was hoping to get for myself. That means whatever it is that you are trying to resolve is resolved. So the problem is resolved. So just thank your guides and helpers and then expect to see it. That's a really good manifesting trick. So many times we expect something that's bad. Like we expect to go into work and like everyone's in a bad mood because it happened all day this week, but instead we'll expect to see the good. Expect for people to be easy at work and smiling and happy. Expect that problem is resolved as soon as you get back to it. Expect to have that feeling of thank goodness I don't have to worry about that anymore. I feel really called to you, Tanya. I'm going to pull you a card, even though you just got on. Receive with grace, Kindle Mermaid, meaning that, it's time to make sure you're receiving in all ways. So if someone's trying to give you something, trying to pay for something like lunch or coffee, that you're not all about, no, I've got it. Because if you say no, that's just one way the universe is trying to give you something. And they're like testing the waters. Is she receiving? And then if you say no, like, oh, well, she's not receiving. So make sure that you accept. Of course, this comes with boundaries. So you don't want to take something, accept something from someone who doesn't have good intentions. That's okay. But in general, when people are trying to give you things, they're trying to give you help, they say it's a big one for you. Receive that help. Okay, thank you. I'm not very good at receiving help, but today I'll say yes, and maybe you can help me receive your help. How can you help and forgive me for just trying to do it all myself and never asking for help? I mean, I don't know. That's like a whole thing that's coming through. Hi, December. You got specialist support. Jump Box the Gremlins. Good Fae. It's a good Fae. And he's saying, sometimes you can't do it yourself. You got to get a specialist. So whether it's a broken sink or anxiety or trying to release something that just won't release, or having like things happen where you just can't seem to swim out of it, then go get a session with a healer and a channel. I do this work, and so do many of my students and practitioners on my site. And yeah, just get some help for whatever it is that you're trying to do yourself. Oh, Angela, well, you'll have to see what happens. If there's nothing that you're trying to decide if you should do, and it's nervous, and making you nervous, then it just hasn't happened yet. So we'll see in the next week. Okay. Well, let's see. I know we've got some people that have been on here a long time. Let's see. Pick one or two more, and then we'll do the group card. Tina, you got soul family. You've got a lot of soul family around you. Beings who have been with you through many lives. Some are your spirit guides. You have many spirit guides, as everyone does, but some are in people too. So just start to look around, and when you really feel that, like, God, I feel like I've known you forever, that's great. Like, to have these friends, new friends, or people come into your life that feel like family. That is your soul family for many lives, and trust that feeling, because there's a reason you haven't. Okay. Now we're going to do a group card, because I have to go live again on the hour, and I will be trans-channeling a Lava Mermaid. Okay. Ooh, for the group card, this is the one that I always give a healing to anyway. Past life connection, Finley, the Crystal Diva. So I'm going to channel her for a message and a healing to release a past life for everyone. I feel like I got this last time, and it was the Pompeii one, right? Okay, let's see. What does she want to say? She's saying there are still many people who still have an Atlantis life that they need to release. All of our Atlantis lives need to be released if they're affecting us in this life, and most of them are. And I feel like I do this all the time. I even have a donation-based, the big Atlantis water clearing that's for everyone to do, because it's so helpful. And I feel like I'm still always clearing these from everybody. So these really need to be cleared so that we can, not be triggered by past events like the fall of Atlantis. So here we go. This will work for, if you've already had those cleared, we have many lives in Atlantis, then it will clear another one. So, but if it's the main water one, then that's good too. So I'll just clear the most important Atlantis past life to be cleared for all who are listening now and in the future. Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody. I guess it's not possible anymore. I tried. So Finley says that one of the things that we're being, my gosh, did I just lose it? One of the things that we're being hit with that's like a little bit triggery, is that it feels like time's moving really fast and there's so much to do. And she's saying that's actually comes from Atlantis, where time feels like it's starting to speed up a lot. And she says, so really, really make sure that you really take a little time to go into nature and take breaks, because it does feel like time's going faster, and you need to find your way in that by creating space for yourself. It is faster, but that's because we're all supposed to have already the techniques for space and time for ourselves, and you have it. It's not like you have to be a great guru or a meditation expert to do that. I mean, it was only like 10 years ago when we weren't addicted to our phones. And so you have the ability to go outside, be in the present moment, walk in the grass, experience the sun, put your phone away and come into this moment and enjoy it. You have that ability. And the problem is that we're so used to fast that it's bleeding everywhere into our life and making us stressed. So she's really asking you all to just take that time and really for yourself. Okay. All right. I'll be back next week. As usual, Terry, I'm sorry you didn't understand your card. I would just say maybe go back to it. Might be easier to do on YouTube at soundwaveheal.com. Write it down and come back to it next week and see, or in a few days and see if it makes sense. Sometimes they're future readings. Okay, thank you all so much. And I hope that I'll see you guys next on this same channel if you're on Soundwaves Heal. And also, of course, I'll be taking questions from 5D Daily Facebook group for healers and channels at 5D Daily. I'll be channeling a lava mermaid named Ghana, who is from Lemuria. She wants to talk all about Fae and elementals and what all of that means. So thank you all so much for coming, and I'll see you next time. And I know all our problems will be resolved today. We're going to look for it, right? Me too. Bye.